on YouTube Live, we have Ben and Jerry's. They're being sued, and they are also suing. Tonight, 23andMe may be selling your information. And the Smithsonian Institute, do they have a contract that doesn't allow them to accept the facts? And there's a zoo over there in London with a hippo. And we found a couple more monkeys. And we also have a really interesting story about a YouTube influencer. More stories like that tonight on Interesting World News. It's Thursday, November 14th, 2024. And this, of course, is Interesting World News. And tonight, Times of Israel is reporting that a lawsuit has been filed in New York over the hypocrisy of Ben & Jerry's. Let's examine the story. Ben & Jerry's naturally does not want to sell ice cream in Israel, not because they're anti-Semitic, but because they are dropping bombs in the Gaza Strip on children, and they want to protect the children. That seems reasonable. Further investigation has made people realize that Ben & Jerry's in itself uses children to make their ice cream. Next, CBS in South San Francisco has reported that 23andMe is in bad financial shape and may sell your information, and you agreed to it. It says in the contract, which you never read, but instead of me explaining all this and not knowing what I'm talking about, let's just take a look.
The DNA testing company 23andMe is facing serious financial problems and has announced major restructuring. But this is not just a business story, as 23andMe's most valuable asset is the sensitive private data it's collected from customers. So what happens if the company decides to sell that information? That's a big question. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here to explain. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning to you.
All right, so what happens if you are concerned that this company could sell your data?
I know, right? It's a decent fear. Look, among other things, the company says it's reducing staff by up to 40%. So the focus there is the company's drug development division.
Okay.
So it wasn't performing well, so 23andMe is trying to refocus on its genetic testing business. But hey, this follows board member resignations and a stock price that has lost 98% of its value. So there are concerns that even with these efforts, the firm could have to sell. So that leaves the data of 15 million customers potentially at risk. A 23andMe, it's not a healthcare company, so health privacy laws don't apply. Now, we looked at the agreement that users have to sign, and under the current terms, users must opt in for any personal DNA or data to be shared. But the agreement plainly states in a takeover, quote, your personal information may be accessed, sold, or transferred as part of that transaction. And we reached out to 23andMe, and it said, while there are no plans for a sale, the current privacy agreement would apply in the event of an owner. And on top of that, at least 11 states have passed genetic privacy laws that require consent before transferring any customer data.
Okay, next. Interesting World News reports that the Smithsonian Institute may have contracts that just deny the truth or facts. Like if they come across the fact that somebody else flew first, they can't do that. They have a contract that says they will use the Wright Flyer, the very first plane to ever be flown. They will lose that if they accept any other truth, or it comes to find out that somebody else is in fact flown first. They have to get rid of the airplane, but they don't want to get rid of the airplane. They love the airplane and it's beautiful. And so even if something else comes up, there's certain historians that say they won't even accept the truth, even if it's the truth. Let's just forget we even knew that story. Next, and AP in London has a zoo Yeah, with the hippo, a cute little hippo. Let's just take a look. Wow, that was a great story. Next, WFMY in Yamasee, South Carolina. Notice I did not say Monkey Island. There's a reason I didn't say Monkey Island, because they're not on Monkey Island in South Carolina where they have virus macaques, all one word. Yeah. That's not where they are. They're in the continental United States, and there's still 11 missing. The 2 they found, first thing they ate, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're all happy. And you know they can talk to each other, not telling their buddies, don't come in. I got all the PBJs myself. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Next, NBC reports that this great YouTube influencer, Marques Brownlee. Yeah, let's just take a look.
So I think the main thing that I've taken away from all of the fun that I've had with these little cameras.
Okay, Marcus, I can see why your fans are pissed about the DJI thing. Yes, DJI is great and awesome, but you're an influencer, not a paid opinion person. Like, they value your opinion because it's not paid for. And yeah, you're going to get sponsors, but hopefully it's for oatmeal or Wheaties or Life magazine, but not the very products that you're supposed to be. Okay. Next. Well, that concludes an interesting world episode. And I love you folks, and I'm out of here.